Hey everybody, and welcome to an unprompted YouTube. So first of all, you're very welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for your continued support. And I just wanted to put out a very quick little video here. I'm sure you'll have read the news that you've seen in the news that Austria is the first European country, and not the last, to impose a lockdown on the unvaccinated. Which will apparently they introduced a lockdown on the unvaccinated, and now the Austrian Chancellor Alexander Schallenberg, there's a great Austrian name, isn't it? Better than Adolf, I suppose, has said there's a complete lockdown now, full national lockdown to last for 20 days, and get this, there will be a legal requirement to get vaccinated from the 1st of February 2022. So, mandatory vaccines in Austria from 2022. I wonder what you think of that one. I know hi Shalina, nice to see you on the stream. I know what I think, and I can't tell you what I think because we're on this platform. However, if you guys join me on my podcast, and there will be a link hopefully below. You'll be able to go to it if you David Vance podcast channel, and I'm going to do a live show at 8 o'clock, and we're going to talk frankly about what this means. Because do you think it's just going to be Austria that's going to go down this route? I don't. I mean, Germany is naturally going to follow. They have great similarities as countries. So I think you're going to see Austria, Germany, and then other European countries in lockstep moving towards this model of not just a lockdown, which is obviously unacceptable and bad enough, but, and this is where they've shown their brutality, forced vaccines. So folks, if you are a pure blood, then you're going to have tough times ahead of you. And in actual fact, it's probably more important than ever that pure bloods do stick together. So just to remind you folks that I know quite a few of you bought the Pure Blood badges. I ran out of them within 24 hours of advertising them. Just to say, I've got my Pure Blood badges back in stock. Anyone that wants them, please get in contact with me over at Alt News Media. Go to the link, you'll see the link, and just place your order there. And just to say to those folks who have done so in the last 12 hours, your badges will be dispatched tomorrow. And to say to those people who had problems previously getting badges, please let me know so we can make sure that everything's okay by you. But yeah, it looks like the Pure Bloods are going to end up in camps at this rate. Has that ever happened before in the European continent? How did it end up? Yeah, bit awkward, isn't it? So this is it, folks. I'm afraid we are seeing, some of us forecast this, that winter 2022 would be a dark winter. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a very, very dark winter. And even the people who have complied and who have taken their first vaccination and their second one, as you know, they're also being required to take their booster if they want to. Hi, Jane Wallace. Absolutely. We will not cave, Jane, on this one. And that's why I want you to come onto my podcast live tonight at 8 p.m. because there we can speak with, hi Brian, we can speak freely without censorship about how do we respond to this. For example, what happens tomorrow morning if you live in, could this happen in the UK? Yes. Could it happen in, deplorable, someone from Austria? Yeah, absolutely. Delighted to have an Austrian viewer on the stream here. We're going to talk about Austria in great detail tonight on my podcast at 8 p.m. live. So do make sure you join us. I want to hear about the Austrian experience. I want to know how Austrian people feel about this. I want to know what Austrian people are going to do about this, because folks, we're moving back into the 1930s. It's absolutely clear to me. I think I can say that even on YouTube, in terms of where this one is heading. This is full on authoritarianism, full-on authoritarianism, folks. It's awful. And certainly, yes, let's chat about Austria. But listen, it could happen here in the UK. Scotland, for example, Scotland under Commissar Sturgeon, I think, is... Oh, thank you very much, Jean. Appreciate that. Your very kind gesture. US citizen with Austrian wife. Yes, deplorable basket piper. I think I know your Austrian wife, who I believe is a patron over on my podcast. So yeah, thank you. Make sure you folks join us if you can at 8 p.m. British time tonight. And we're going to talk about this. I could see this happening easily in the UK. I could see Scotland doing it. I could see Wales doing it. Could Northern Ireland do it? Yeah, definitely possible. Could England do it? I'm not sure. I think there's a resistance there in England. And I think there's enough people that would probably resist it. So that's why Boris won't do it yet. But they could try it anywhere else. You know, there's a reason COVID passports have come in Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland, because they can do it. If they try to force you guys in England, you might not be happy. An Austrian professor of law has suggested police escorting. Wow. God, it's amazing. I don't know if you saw that one, folks. Apparently, so an Austrian professor has suggested that the police escort the unjabbed to the vaccination centres. Oh, you know, I got to say, guys, I don't know. Sometimes I run out of words. I'll have plenty of words tonight, though, because I have to watch my words here on YouTube, lest they strike me, but not so much elsewhere. So, yeah, it's a brain melter, this one here. Absolute brain melter. This is, and if everything's lockstep, I think it's important, or lockstep. We do know that this doesn't happen by accident. You know, it doesn't happen by accident. But of course, the other thing in all of this, and again, I think I'm allowed to say this. Yes, Brian Baru on UK Column. Yep, guys on UK Column do a fantastic job. I'm a regular listener. They do great forensic work over there. Big fan of UK Column. So a big shout out to the guys over there as well. And I mean, you know, we're all in this to tomorrow. Jean says there's a protest, City Hall, 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, Jean, I'll see if I can try and get to that one. I've got stuff in the morning. I've got stuff in the night. Tomorrow night, I'm on Hearts of Oak, review of the week, tomorrow night. So I've got that tomorrow night, reviewing this week that's gone with Peter and the team over on Hearts of Oak. And I've got another event in the morning. If I can get up, though, in the afternoon, I will, because this is kind of... do or die stuff. I really, really think it is. I think the powers behind all of this want to... Yeah, so reading the comments, listen to a guy in Austria. He reckons it's a bluff and they'll have a big day demo tomorrow. Listen, there's 2 million of you Austrians. Dear Austrian people listening to me, there's 2 million of you. You've got them outnumbered. You know, you have to stand up against this one, folks. But so are we in the UK. We're going to have to stand up as well. You know, we really will. Otherwise, we either, stay together, or they're going to pick us off. And they'll try and pick us off in the regions, I think, as well. It's my view that, as I say, I think Scotland's going to be first. So these are very, very worrying times. Hi, Damo. This is so bad it's off the scale. Yeah. Listen, guys, I'm glad. I mean, one of the reasons I do this is that when we talk like this and I see what you say, it makes me understand that I'm not just a lone voice crying in the wilderness, so to speak. I've been used to that pretty much all my life in political matters, on a whole range of fronts. But in this one, I guess you guys do understand how serious this is, because what they are proposing. Hi, Richie. What they are proposing for Austria, and I believe they'll roll it out across Europe. I think they'll roll it into Germany just like a Panzer tank. I think they'll roll it into Italy. I think they'll roll it across the European landmass. A bit like something else rolled across the European landmass, little more than, 80 years ago or whatever. So I think we're back in those times, you know, and they seek to crush us. They seek to crush the purebloods. And if ever I was proud of it, it's on a day like today. They will not impose their medical will upon us. They won't. They won't, even if it means we all have to go into the camp. Then, hi Richie. Hey Richie, just to say, there's a live show tonight on my podcast, a special on this, when I can talk in more, let's say, more detail than I can here on YouTube. Resist, defy, do not comply. Absolutely. We all have to do that. Actually, this is where Austria can help us. I think if Austrians stand strong, then that gives us hope. And I don't think they have an alternative, But it's crazy times at the moment. And the stuff that's going on, as I say, I've referred to it as evil. I think it is evil. I don't think realistically you can no longer hold the thesis that this is pure. Mark Roberts says, what do the pure blood badges stand for? Good question, Mark. Pure blood badges is simply saying that, and it's a bit of a meme. Okay, it's a meme, and it references Harry Potter and the pure bloodline. It's essentially saying, Mark, that we haven't taken the you-know-what, and we're not going to take the you-know-what. So I've got loads of them here. I am proud to wear mine. I know a lot of yes, Shalini's right. We're not, this is YouTube. I can't even say that probably. But what you're saying, Shalini, I would agree with. However, I've got that. So that's what it means. We haven't taken, we are respecting our own bodies. We're making our own decisions. I've never, ever suggested that anybody should take medical advice from me. Don't want you to do that. I want you to think for yourself. That's all I want you to do. And if, like me, you determine that, thanks, Mark, that if you want to, in fact, hang on a second. Give me 1 second. There we are. Live. Who says, there we go, folks. That's, Mark, what the little pure blood badge looks like. It's a meme. They don't like it. They don't like it. I like it a lot. I know a lot of you wear your pure blood badges, and you can get them from me. It's just a way, by the way. Oh, hi, Jed. Good to see you in the stream. Jed, if you can, I'm sure you've done this, Jed. Let the folks know down below the link to the Pure Blood badges, and also, Jed, to the live stream we're going to do on podcast tonight at 8 o'clock. Mark says, I think Italy is the main battleground. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the Italians do. It'll be interesting to see what would the British do, though? What will the British do? If tomorrow morning Boris Johnson said, right, you've got to the 1st of March to get jabbed. You have to be jabbed by the 1st of March. What would they do? Well, we're going to explore that tonight. What will they do if people turn around and say, no? What will the Austrians do if enough people turn around and say, no? So is this just bullying? Is this just, is this just grand? Is this basically coercion, which is what they've been very good at using? Is this coercion? Mark, good man. But Mark, you see, look, there's a guy who's got really good sense of humor as well, actually. Essentially, the only statement behind this is to say that we're not okay with what's going on. We're not okay with it. And we're not going to comply any further. And Mark, by the way, lots of people have obviously taken, the first vaccine, second vaccine. That's fine. I don't judge people. Others haven't, of course. But as you know, I think as everyone probably figures out, this is a hamster wheel you're on now. It's an ever-revolving hamster wheel, and you have to now get your booster. And of course we know there'll be another booster come next spring and whatnot. So it's perennial kind of mandatory vaccination off the globe. Now, who's behind that? Why are they doing that? What can we do against it? Bill says it's George Orwell's 1984. Indeed it is, Bill. I think it's worse. It's certainly as bad as 1984, and 1984 is probably the most darkest book I've ever read. So that's where we are in this one, folks. It's kind of it's not often I'm shocked. I thought I'd got to the point in my life where nothing shocked me anymore. This development in Austria has definitely shocked me. It shocked me because it's made me realize what lies in store. I think what lies in store is if they Flu Klux Klan says, I can't say what you even say there because it's YouTube and it would ban me for even saying such heretical thoughts. When we all know the vaccines are super duper safe, 100% safe, 100% effective. That's why you need, what, 3 of them? Yeah, 100%. But no doubt about that. I'm ordered along with the other peers every day. Yeah, must show mine papers every day to enter. Yeah, it's shocking. I see people talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Have the jury come in yet, or are they still hiding? What's going isn't very sinister at all. Good luck trying to. Yeah. Thanks, Mark. Yeah. So you guys get it. You guys can see that this is something very dark, and this. What's happening in Austria, we all have to stand with our Austrian friends. I do. I stand with, there's at least, I think there's an Austrian chap on the stream, and there's another Austrian lady, I think, who's his wife, who are supporters. And we have to stand with them as well. I care about everybody in Austria. I mean, and I'm sure a lot of the vaccinated don't want their vaccinated, neighbours to be forced into taking this. But it's not happening. There's plenty of us who will not comply, and you'll get it full on from me tonight. This is the mild YouTube version, okay? I'm sure you understand that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. But if you want to have a real full-on onslaught, yes, again, deplorable basket piper. Really, really good to have you on this stream. And as I say, I want you to know that we stand with the almost 2 million Austrians who are being bullied, absolutely bullied by the Chancellor. Austrian chancellors, German chancellors. Now, where did that ever end? So it's all on Podbean tonight anyway. Podbean tonight. Bill, the link is going to be down below, so you'll be able to go there, and which will take you to the Podbean live stream. And by the way, if you come into my podcast tonight, you'll be in Austria. So much information here to take in. It's amazing stuff, this, folks. I know you may not see all these comments. Some of it's shocking what's going on. You can come into the studio. You can actually talk with me. So if any of you folks want to have a direct chat with me, then join the podcast tonight. If you just put your hand up, I can bring you in. We can chat directly. So much information you folks are sharing. Hi, Super J TV. Good to see you. And it deserves to be spread more widely, I think, because obviously, if we go through the mainstream media, we're getting a very biased picture. If we go through Silicon Valley technology, hello YouTube, then we're getting a particular picture, and then there's the real world. Well, I live in the real world, you do as well, and our friends in Austria, and I fear in Germany, in Italy, in France, in Spain. I reckon this is going to sweep across the European continent, and it won't end there. It won't. It will come to the UK. So, my British friends, what will you do when they tell you you have to take it? No more choice. Choice is now gone. Choice is now. I'll tell you what, we've come a hell of a long way from remember January or Miss L. Hi, I will listen to the podcast if I can whilst cooking my dinner. Good on you. Well, 8 o'clock, tune in. And Jean's right. We won't surrender. And Jean, you're right. No surrender to this. But we've come a hell of a long way from 15 million shots, and then we're back to normal. Whatever happened to that? You know something? They've been lying all the way through this, and some of us have warned. The whole thing is a subterfuge. There is an agenda in play. We can see it. And that agenda seems to be one where no longer will you be allowed to have autonomy over your body and what goes into your body. Now, that's... I can't say more here because it's YouTube. I can't say any more. It may be the new normal, Bill, but it's abnormal. It's deeply dystopian. It's very, 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 yes, Carhu says, 2 weeks to flatten the curve. And yeah, my body, my choice, Gene. Exactly. The same leftists, by the way, who have spent, I don't know, as long as I can remember saying, my body, my choice, my body, my choice. When it comes to this, take the jab, take the jab. What? What about my body, my choice? That. Well, we're going to cover it. We're going to cover it tonight. So I hope, folks, you will see the link, Jed. The link will be down below this. So get your information from the 20. It's going to be, yes, I think 8 p.m. British time is 9 p.m. Austrian time. So please come on and then share with me, chat to me directly, and share with all my listeners over on the podcast. What's happening? I really want to know what's happening in Austria, because listen, you guys are in the front line, actually literally in the front line, and you have so much to share and get out. And I want you all to know that there's millions of people supporting the Austrians, whose very liberty is being absolutely taken away. So yeah, the Austrian health minister is agreeing. Well, there's a clue. Isn't that interesting? You're absolutely right. The Greens love this. Yes, Brian, it is exactly what you say. The Greens love this. The Greens love the idea of, of medically terrorizing people, because that's essentially what this comes down to. Anyway, I better not say any more. Bill says there's no link. Whenever this is completed, Bill, there will be definitely a link to the podcast channel. And I'm sure my producer, Jed, is giving you some. To join the conversation on Podbean, you'll need to use a mobile phone app link to download the app below. So there you go. Jed's explained it to you. Jean says, I've missed some. Where will you be refreshing? Broadcasting, and Jed says refresh your page. Okay, well, you can do it whenever I'm finished. You can do that anyway. So look, these are big. These are dark times. These are exciting times as well, because if anything, our kinship with each other is stronger. And we are pure bloods together, right? So remember, if you want one of these, you just go to the link and you can pick them up via that there. And yeah, I'll see you folks later on, by which point I might have calmed down, but I might not have been. I might be actually a lot more angry than this little appearance is giving, because it's so depraved. It's so depraved. Yeah, folks, it's really... Richie Doop says, free Kyle. But this is Kyle Rittenhouse, by the way. The Kenosha Kid. I hope he hasn't been convicted, by the way. Thank you for the kind comments regarding the badges, the little badges. As I say, I got some of these. Folks here will remember about a month ago. And it's sold out in 24 hours. I had all kinds of trouble. But I've got loads of these. And actually, do you know something? Like, I'm not going to wear a yellow star, right? I'm not going to do that. I won't be told what to do. But I'm also not afraid to say, this is my status. This is me. I'm not afraid of that. So anyway, if any of you folks want those, you can get them. Anyway, hopefully, guys, you'll be able to join in later. I really look forward to seeing you all. And poor wee boy, Kyle, good egg. Wrong place, wrong time. Good marksman, though, Gene. He's a good marksman. But we're not even allowed to talk about that. We're not allowed to talk about that. So there you go. It is YouTube, so I'm surprised we can talk about anything, actually. Look, I can see loads of you have been on. So, look, thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Gene Wallace, for your kindness and the contribution. There's... well, actually, it's interesting. Then I must have even more Austrians who follow me than I know. So there you go. Great. Really appreciate it. Look, I appreciate you wherever you come from. US, UK, Austria, Australia. It's a world. There is a brotherhood of man and woman. The brotherhood of pure blood men and women. The brotherhood, we're not going to comply to this tyranny, folks. We are not going to submit. But as I say, I better not say anything more, otherwise I know YouTube will take me out. So hopefully there'll be enough info for you to join me at 8 o'clock tonight, and we will get serious then as we sort this matter out. In the meantime, if you want to order a badge, go below, and see you later, folks, when my blood pressure has come down a bit. That's it for now. Thanks as always for being here. Bye-bye.